few people remember who won our GM of the Year award for the 2021 season, which was our final broadcast. And there were 4 nominees. Here they are. And there's the old logo as well.
Yeah.
New York City GM De Blasio, who you mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
St. Louis's GM, Jones. She's at the top right. A woman who needs no introduction, who you said was a once-in-a-lifetime GM, Lightfoot.
That's just a frightening.
That is
the Vince Lombardi of the NNFL.
That's frightening. But that's the face you would want leading a team like the Chicongo Savages. And then there's Indy's GM, Ogset, bottom right.
Now, where is this guy from?
Indy, Indianapolis.
No kidding.
45. Yeah.
A dark horse.
Yeah, dark horse candidate. So, any idea who was the winner, Peter? I know your memory is fuzzy and it's been a couple of years.
Look, it's got to be Lori Lightfoot. It had to have been.
Of course, that's what everyone would say. However,
damn.
Yeah, it was GM Jones from
St.
the St. Louis Ramifications.
What's set her apart from what? I mean, what in the world could have set her apart?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because although this 2021 Ramifications squad scored fewer than 25% than the previous season, it was GM Jones's reaction to a memorable play that separated her from the other GMs. She was giving a speech on gun violence prevention when a game of feral ball erupted in the background. It was surreal.
Yeah.
Let's see. It was surreal. It was unbelievable.
Well, I mean, look, this woman still has pearls to clutch. I think she's got a few years ahead of her, and a ways to go before she measures up to the likes of a Lori Lightfoot for me. But I mean, and I would, furthermore, let's watch.
Sure. Let's watch the circle go round and around. Here we go. And anybody who wants to see this, Mayor doesn't flinch when gunshots are up behind her. You can look it up yourself.
Anytime that we have gun violence in our community, I am very shocked and feel sorry for the victims that are involved. But what I did hear today from Brother L and Cure Violence is that, isn't that one?
You can't ignore the gunshots. What are you still stay standing here right now?
Well, I hear gunshots in my neighborhood every night. My son and I fall asleep to the lullaby of gunshots in the distance every night because I'm the first mayor in over 20 years to be born, raised, and still live in North St. Louis. So we live in a neighborhood that, we hear it more often than not. And it's unfortunate, yes, I heard it, but I didn't flinch because, I guess it's a part of my life now. And that shouldn't be. We should not have Stockholm syndrome when we hear gunshots in the distance. We should be angry, and we are angry, but it's an unfortunate daily occurrence in our community, and so that's what this conversation was about today.
Well, it's in the game. She certainly has all the makings there. I mean. She's first of all, she's stupid. Misusing Stockholm syndrome that way.
Speak on it.
She's also got a weird sense of entitlement. In being there. Giving an answer like that. Hey, I hear gunshots all the time, so big deal. Called out because she didn't. She says I didn't flinch because she says she's used to it. Now, what does that say about your city, though? I mean, a little bit of humble brag, I would say. You know, she's bragging about the production in the city, and I'm not going to go so far as to say this was a staged thing. I'm just going to say it was a very lucky play.
Well, I mean, the timing was so perfect that I thought it was staged. I mean, I didn't. I had it, that was in my mind. Like, could this have been? It was so perfectly. The timing was perfect. But she called it a lullaby of gunshots, and her response was a lullaby of lies. Then she tried to flip this ill-timed verbal action as evidence for her gun violence prevention. You know, see, that's why we need the gun violence prevention. It was happening behind me. It happens all the time. Now, her flinching wasn't because of the bullshit that she freestyled. Let's get that out the way. She didn't flinch because she was fucking embarrassed. The shit happened. She was embarrassed. Lights, camera, action. She had to stand back straight. But to her credit, the way she spun it in real time, in combination with the Ramifications solid season, they earned her the GM of the Year award, man. That took her over the top.
Okay, you know what? I mean, far be it from me to question your the decision of whoever makes this decision, you know. But I think, on the whole, you know, when you look at numbers, we're looking at decreased production.
I know.
But this does. Sometimes a little bit of flash and a little bit of style will carry you through.
Right. And I know, PD, you're an analytics guy, and I get it. But this play here as a GM, she showed a side of dexterity that I didn't see from the other GMs, even though their teams were having good seasons as well, especially Chicongo and the Lightfoot. You can't deny that team was a stalwart. So
it almost feels like one of those, well, we got to spread it around a little bit, you know. I mean, Chicongo dominating in every area. I always say let a dynasty be a dynasty, but what I truly would have liked to have seen was Mayor De Blasio getting a bit of a, you know, kind of a lifetime or career achievement award, sort of, in this case. But you know, I mean, because not all that flashy as far as all the numbers go, okay? But we saw steady increased production, all due directly to actions that he had taken. But
all right, fair enough.
That's 2021. No time to legislate that now. It's all been put to bed.